Hi class, welcome to chapter 5 of retailing. In this particular chapter, we're going to be looking at how do we evaluate and identify who our customers are and what they want. So let's look at that a little bit. There are four basic means that are used to gather this information on customers, and they are as follows: demographics, psychographics, geographics, it's also called geodemographics, and behavioristics. Okay, so you got four things that we're going to cover these in a little bit more depth, and you're going to have it all in your readings as well. So first of all, if somebody says the word demographics, what does that mean? Where can I find it? Things like that. Well, in this case, we're just going to start from behind and work our way through this. I want to find out who my market is. I want to understand them. And demographics is one of these things that's very easy to obtain. This would be things like age, income, marital status, employment data, etc. Those would be considered demographics. It's fairly easy to find this kind of information. Psychographics. Okay, so psycho has to do with the mind, and psychographics would mean what kind of activities are they interested in, what do they do, what are their opinions, and as I'm able to look at what my target market is like, I can come up with a profile of what their needs are, what they want. One of the interesting ways that this is actually done is this VALS framework, and the book goes into a lot more detail on it, but I just wanted to show you these couple of slides because we've got different motivations that different kinds of people have. I mean, if you think about the people in your life, there are people that are really into self-expression. I grew up in California, and there was a lot of people that were into self-expression back in the day. But there were also other types of people that were more into their personal achievements, or there were people that were very idealistic. So you can use these psychographics to be able to think through what it is that our clients are like, what's our target market. And it kind of goes through in more detail again about thinkers, believers, achievers, drivers, etc. And we'll walk you through that. Geodemographics would be something that is driven by location. So what this means is that people that are located in a geographical area behave similarly and share the same demographic characteristics. So if you think about the different parts of town where you might live or have grown up, there were, an average type person that would be from that part of town and would have the similar needs to other people in that part of town. That would be an example of geodemographics. Behavioristics. So in this case, it's what do they do with their behavior? And we talk about the Pareto principle, this 80-20 rule. And in this case, in retailing, it's 20% of retailers' customers provide 80% of the sales volume. So you look around in a store, 1 in 5 people in that store, that's your 20%. They're the ones that are going to be doing 80% of the shopping during the course of the year. It's not going to be those other 4 people. It's going to be that one. And if you can figure out who that person is, you want to reward them. You want to reward loyal customers that keep coming back. Okay, that's behavioristic. What are they going to do? Let's talk a little bit about behavior. So when we're talking customer behavior, this is something that's very important, not just to understand in retail, but in life, okay, and in any kind of business. The behavior that different people have is reflected in their decisions, what kind of decisions they make. How do they come up with the decision to acquire something? Why did they decide to buy that car? What kind of things are they going to spend their money to consume? How are they going to dispose of goods, services, times, and ideas? How are they going to spend their time? How are they going to behave as it relates to you, the business? And we've got a kind of a simple kind of a customer decision-making model here. There's a problem they have in their life, or in their job, or in their day. They are searching for information on how to solve that problem. They come up with maybe an evaluation, an alternative evaluation of what they need to be doing, and they go out and they make a purchase, and then they think about it after they bought it. So those would be examples of a decision-making process, a very simple one that's outlined in the chapter. What about once they're in the store? So once the customer's in the store, that's when that decision-making process is starting. The more information you as a retailer has about that customer before they come into that store, the greater their chance of success. Let's think about it. Something simple. I sometimes do the family shopping, and I'm a cheapskate, and if I've got a coupon for something, I'm much more likely to make a purchase at the store where I got the coupon from than some other store. Now, they're buying my loyalty with a coupon, but that's an example of getting me to more likely say, yes, I'm going to buy that right now because I got this 40-cent off coupon, which is no big deal. But in my mind, it's like, well, if I make 100 of these purchases, I'm going to save $40 this year. So that's the way I would kind of in my own head be thinking it through, and that's what you want to do as a retailer, is to encourage that. We've got a model here of in-store decision making. Very interesting. Don't have time to go through it all, but I do highlight it because I think it is something that you can use in your analysis of when you go into stores, and also as a business person, you can use it to analyze the customers that are coming into your store. How do they get to, I'm going to make this purchase, and then how do they